happened to a 16-year-old boy who had a cardiac arrest after a strenuous weightlifting session, and he had a COVID vaccine about 6 days ago, and also he has been taking supplements, so they are not really sure what is causing it. Alright guys, Phone here, welcome to another video. Today I would like to share with you guys something unusual that happened to a 16-year-old boy who had a cardiac arrest. It's called the myocarditis. So it's also known as inflammation of the heart muscle. So yeah, hope I'm pronouncing it right. Okay.
Myocarditis.
And he has this condition, the cardiac arrest, after a strenuous weightlifting session, and he had a COVID vaccine about 6 days ago.
He had been lifting a weight that was nearly twice his body weight. So that is in fact quite an exceptional activity to undertake in the gym.
And also he has been taking supplements, so they are not really sure what is causing it. But I just like to touch more on that. So let's go. So the 16-year-old boy, he lifted almost close to 2 times his body weight. That's according to them. And I feel that 2 times your body weight is really impressive. And he could be doing like deadlift. Those that heavy deadlift that your veins are popping out, you're like shaking. Okay, or squats. So I think it's either one of them that he really like go all out. So that, and those exercises are actually very strenuous because it requires to activate your entire body. It's nothing wrong with those exercises. It's good for the full body, but of course you got to pace yourself. There's no such thing as bad exercises or dangerous exercises. It's just how we conduct it and how we execute it and how we push ourselves. And of course every time I did my deadlift or my squats or bench press, my heart rate just like shoot up. I'm sure if you can relate, if you have tried either of those movements, your heart rate just go up. So that could be one of the reasons that cause this cardiac arrest, or to really increase his heart rate. But okay, we are not so sure what is the actual cause. So when you're doing especially heavy lift, especially after you get your COVID vaccination, or even if you don't have COVID vaccination, it's always good to push yourself, but always at the same time listen to your body as well. We don't want to end up something bad happen to you. So always take care of your safety while you're exercising. They also mentioned that he has been taking supplement. So I'm not really sure, and they are not really sure what supplement he's taking. But I'm guessing that he could be taking like pre-workout or protein or creatine, those basic supplements for his workout. So those are just my assumption. And okay, let's talk about pre-workout. What is inside pre-workout? So it has many ingredients. One of the most outstanding one among them is caffeine. So that is the one that it's a great stimulant to give you the energy boost, the energy that you needed when you're feeling low to exercise or hit the gym, and you just feel like you're very strong, you can do anything, you can lift any weight. It just boosts the shit out of you. Okay, so that is what caffeine is about. And all the pre-workout, they have caffeine. So depending on which pre-workout, they have different intensity of the caffeine, and depending on the intensity, you will have a more stronger pre-workout and less strong pre-workout. So that's about pre-workout. And I remember when I first took my pre-workout, maybe 1 year into my fitness journey, weightlifting, within the first year, I'm just like another curious boy. I just buy, go research on all this like supplement, etc. And then what caught my attention is pre-workout, because they say that it's gonna increase your strength, it increase your performance in the gym, endurance, all this stuff. So guess what? I went to purchase my first pre-workout, and then I'm not a caffeine person. I don't take like coffee, tea, etc. any stimulant. I don't do like any caffeine stimulant. So that's my first time I wanted to have one full serving of pre-workout. And guess what? Afterwards, I just feel my heart like pounding very fast. Like my heart rate is going fast. Like I'm like filled with energy, you know, I just feel like I'm ready for the workout and I can just break anything in the gym. Something like that. I mean, I can't break anything in the gym, but I feel like I can do anything. It just made me so pumped up. So that's what I feel when I took my first scoop of pre-workout. So it's very, very strong, especially if you are not used to having caffeine like myself. So all these happened during the first year of, you know, my starting my fitness journey. I'm like a kid in a candy store, you know, like doing research on like supplements, and when I see different supplements like creatine, monohydrate, protein, you know, BCAA, pre-workout, etc. Anything that, you know, can help to speed up, you know, my process in building muscles, or, you know, be it losing weight. For me, it's, you know, gaining size, so building muscles. So I was just doing all the research, and then they tell you like, okay, if you take this protein, you're gonna be increased strength and muscle mass 2 times the speed. You know, all these things, I believe it, you know. Actually, it's just like marketing, you know, just to entice you, to grab your attention and, you know, make you buy their product. So I was really like amazed by it, and like hoping that, you know, that will really help me to speed up the process, and, you know, it's like a shortcut formula for me. But, you know, I wasn't really paying attention. You know, actually supplement is just like the name itself, supplement. It's just a, you know, add-on, okay, just an add-on, a side dish to, you know, enhance the process of the product that you want. So it's just an add-on, you know. At the end of the day, it's not the main dish, okay. So what is the main dish? Okay, the main dish is, you know, what you eat, okay, what you put into your body, your food, okay, nutrition, and balanced nutrition, and the training, okay, consistent training, consistent nutrition. And when you mean training means like, you know, do the best you can, you know, in your current fitness journey. It doesn't matter, you know, you are advanced, intermediate, or beginner, whichever fitness level you are at, you know, do the best you can, stay consistent. That is the most important. And also, to on top of that, okay, what's more important is hydration. Okay, you got to really keep yourself hydrated so that you can perform well when you're exercising. And lastly, okay, is, anyone want to make a guess, is recovery. Yes, recovery. It is very, 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 very underrated, because everyone is talking about all other stuff, but they don't really talk about recovery because it doesn't sound as sexy as training or nutrition supplement. So that's the reason why recovery is I feel the most important, because, you know, if your machine is not well maintained, how is the machine going to be performing, you know? So same thing goes to our body. If you're not recovering well between our workouts or giving our body the rest that we need, okay, the body won't be growing. You know, the only time we are building muscles, okay, is when we are resting, when we are sleeping. That's where our body really repair all the damages that we did, okay, while we are awake. So that's the reason why I feel that recovery is so important. It's like taking one small step back to take, you know, 5 big steps forward. So that's what I want to say about recovery. And one thing about pre-workout is that, you know, once you start taking, okay, your body get used to it, you know, like caffeine tolerance level increases over time. Then when you don't feel anything, okay, even though you are taking this amount of, you know, caffeine, but you are not feeling anything, what happens is that you have to take even stronger, okay, more caffeine. So you start to take a stronger caffeine, you know, like stimulant, like pre-workout, and then your body slowly over time adapts, and then over time you don't feel anything again, and then you just keep increasing the level of the caffeine, the pre-workout, etc. So it will never be like no ending, you know. So what happens is eventually you become like, you know, more caffeine intolerance, and because of that you are so reliant on caffeine, such that if you don't take caffeine you just feel so weak, so lethargic. It could be mentally as well, psychologically. You are just like, you can't function, you can't exercise without caffeine. So I don't want you to be, you know, too reliant on a supplement or caffeine to, you know, make yourself feel better, because at the end of the day we got to really, you know, rely on ourselves, okay, rely on ourselves inside, okay, without any external stimulants, to, you know, do the best we can and to move forward with our workout, anything, even our daily life. So it's like a drug already, you know what I mean? Like without it we can't survive. So have them in moderation, don't be so reliant on them. I have nothing against supplement, okay? All I want to say is that use them as supplement, don't abuse them like it is a magical pill to get the results you wanted. Alright guys, to wrap up the video, from what I've researched, okay, the vaccine could really cause the heart inflammation like myocarditis. Not to everyone, but usually it happens to below 30 and below, higher chance. So that is based on the research. And can you imagine after you have COVID vaccine, Pfizer, and then after that you take all the supplement, like let's say pre-workout, you take a lot of them, your heart rate even goes up. So first, the vaccine is causing that minor or heart inflammation. After that you take the supplement, your heart has to work harder because of the pre-workout or the caffeine, so the heart has to pump very hard. So the heart is already inflamed and is pumping very hard. And on top of that, okay, he's doing strenuous activity like those super heavy deadlift, squats, and all those heavy squats, deadlift movement. Because of that, his heart rate goes even higher. That means his heart is working even harder on top of the vaccine and the pre-workout. And all these combination could potentially put a lot of stress on the heart, and it could potentially cause the cardiac arrest. I'm just sharing my thoughts, okay? I'm not a doctor to diagnose anything. I'm just sharing my thoughts here. And that's the reason why the government came out with this, restriction and the rule that, if you are taking the vaccination, afterwards you avoid exercising for the next 7 days, be it the dose 1 or the dose 2, okay? You have to give your body a rest to be safe. So that is the mandatory the rule that the government came up with. So that is something we have to take note, and also I hope you are following this guideline so that you can take care of yourself and stay safe and stay well. So remember guys, our health is the most important here, okay? That's something that I want to highlight. So thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for always liking the video. And our channel is slowly growing, and thank you. If you enjoy this video, do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button so that you'll be notified when I'm posting another video. And do leave your comments below, your thoughts on about this thing, and also what are the future videos that you would like to see. And thank you once again for staying till the end and just listening to me. I really appreciate it. Hope you had a great weekend. Alright, stay safe, stay well, and keep smiling. Let's go!